Hello everyone, I am Elizabeth, welcome back to Murder by Numbers. Hiccups, gross. This is the medical examiner's report. Detective Cross must have called someone in to check the body. We use these in murder mystery when we need to know the basics about a murder. You know, cause of death, time of death. People were murdered on your TV show? Well, yeah, it's literally in the title. I didn't realize. I thought you said you were innocent. No one actually dies on the show, Scout. They're just acting. Acting? Ah, I see. The show wasn't real. You were just pretending to be an actress. No, I don't have time to explain this right now. Give me a minute to read this report. Cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head. Just like the detective said. Time of death, approximately 4:30 p.m. Where was I at 4:30 p.m.? Turning to my internal chronometer, that was when we met in the parking lot. Of course, Scout. I think I just found my Miss Mizrahi, what are you doing in here? What are you doing in here? You really shouldn't be in here, Miss Mizrahi. You're going to get yourself arrested. Couldn't stay in the break room. I know I shouldn't be here, Bill, but I couldn't stay in that break room. How'd you get out? I thought Detective Cross locked the door. I crawled out through the ventilation system with a little help from Scout here. I'm Scout! Hi, what is this? What is that, a flying fax machine? Looks at camera. Live studio audience just fucking claps. He's a robot of some kind. We haven't had much of a chance to get to know each other yet. Scout, this is Bill. He's the studio's one-man security team. Hello, Bill. Boy, technology these days is amazing, isn't it? My son can fax me his drawings from home, and then they come out right in my office here. Well, up until last week anyway. Now they've got him doing macaroni art at school. Cheese gummed up the cheese gummed up the machine something awful. Why are you doing macaroni art with cheese? Bill, I've got to prove to Detective Cross I didn't kill Blake. Can you help? You know, I'd do anything to help you out, Miss Mizrahi. I don't want to get in trouble. What have you been doing? What have you been doing since Detective Cross arrived? He put me in charge of guarding the crime scene. He's got a lot to do, so I'm supposed to make sure no one gets in here or touches anything. You didn't touch anything, did you? Who, me? Of course not. You got nothing to worry about. What about the medical examiner's report? You were reading it just a minute ago. Did you forget? The report. Oh, geez, that's super important. I'm going to be in so much trouble if Detective Cross hears about this. Thanks, Scout. You're welcome, Honor. You and Detective Cross. What do you think of Detective Cross? Honestly, he's kind of scary. I told him I liked his badge, and he towered over me like some kind of enormous angry telephone pole. I swear, he looks twice as big up close. He just stood there, menacingly, frowning at me. It felt like hours. He pointed at my tie and said it was unprofessional. I like this tie. I want to prove my innocence. I want is to prove to Detective Cross I didn't kill Blake. You're a smart cookie, Miss Mizrahi. But shouldn't we let the detective do his job? And stay in the break room all night? No thanks. Maybe he knows what he's doing, but it's taking too long. At this rate, the real killer is going to get away before he's even interviewed us. I know I'm just an actress in a detective show. Hell, I wasn't even the main character. But I can help. Maybe, but you're going to need some serious evidence to convince Detective Cross you're not a suspect. Medical examiner report says Blake died around 4:30. I left Blake's office way before that. That's great, but can you prove it? I've seen it in your show. You need evidence. Scott, did you record anything on those cameras of yours? Yes, Honor. I automatically keep a cyclical buffer of the past few hours of visual input. However, I have no way of displaying those images. All that technology, they didn't give you, they didn't think to give you a printer? I'll add it to the list. You know, that reminds me of the fancy CCTV. You know, that reminds me of the fancy CCTV system we were supposed to get. Then they trimmed the budget and ended up only getting installed out in the parking lot. Typical management, I'm telling you, Annie. Wait, are you saying that there's CCTV outside? Sure, no one ever showed me how to use it, but it's there. The CCTV can prove my alibi. Bill, the CCTV can prove my alibi. I was in the parking lot when the murder happened. You pull the footage to show Detective Cross. Well, in theory, but you need my fingerprint to open the security office door. And I'm supposed to stay here and guard the crime scene. Guard it from who? Everyone else is locked in the break room. What if the murderer comes back? And Scout will blast them with his death ray. Really? He can do that? And I don't have... Yes, that is a thing he can do. Absolutely. Shut the fuck up, you little floating robot. Now, can you get that tape, please? Oh, jeez. Okay, if you're sure, I'll be as quick as I can. Honor, I don't have a death ray. Shut the fuck up. I know, Scout. Just play along, okay? First real crime scene. Nothing like I imagined. I thought you pretended to solve crimes on your TV show. I did, and I've read so many mystery novels and seen so many movies. Sounds stupid now, but I guess I've convinced myself I'd know how to handle a real murder. Now I'm standing here looking at the body of my friend and... Bill, did you get the tapes already? That's not Bill. Ahem. Jesus! I am not Jesus. I am Detective Cross. But I see you would confuse it. You see, my last name is Cross, and Jesus, God. And Jesus died on a cross. But it was not one of my ancestors. It was an actual cross. I see where the confusion is. But either way, Detective Cross will do just fine. Thanks. You want to give me an explanation, or shall I skip straight to the handcuffs? Oh, am I going to question him? Can't wait to see you try and talk your way out of this one. I can explain everything. Okay, I can explain everything. How would you even get in here? Through the air vent. The air vent? What do you think you are, John McClane? I mean, like, if Bruce Willis was here and he gave me an autograph, I'd let you guys go. Maybe if you hadn't locked us in the break room, I could have used the door like a normal person. Oh, really? My apologies. I didn't realize you could have made it easier for you to tamper with the crime scene. I realize this looks bad, but I got sick of waiting around. You haven't even taken our statements yet. This is real life, not some 2-bit TV show. Good police work takes time. Just trying to find some way to prove I didn't kill Blake. He was my friend. You thought breaking into the crime scene and was going to help your case? Actually, it did. There's solid proof I didn't do it. Bill's just gone to get the security tapes. I was beginning to wonder where he'd gone. Maybe you convinced him to leave so you can screw around with the real evidence. You'll see once he gets back. You just have to trust me. Trust doesn't get you far in my line of work. Have you gotten any leads yet? Yeah, I'm looking at one right now. Please, detective. I was just trying to help. Being a detective on a TV show doesn't make you qualified to waltz in and take over a real murder investigation. Real police work isn't a game. I get it because I'm playing a game right now. It's dangerous. And you don't know the first thing about it. That's where you're wrong. My dad was on the force. And I suppose he told you all about it? He didn't have to. Come home exhausted every night. I saw what it did to him. I might not have the training, but I understand the job. And I know what it takes. Don't make me laugh. I've seen your show. You only left 5 minutes on the force. What would you do if the killer showed up right now? I would blast him with my death ray. He's just kidding, Detective. This is Scout. Detective Cross, this is Scout. Looks like something out of Buck Rogers. Are you a real detective? Can you help me find my creator? Better get this flying toaster out of my face before things get ugly. Scout, maybe you should leave the nice detective alone. What's taking so long? It's taking so long anyways. We've been stuck in this room for hours. I'm just doing my job. There are lots of things to cover. Security, photography, evidence collection. Fair enough mysteries to know it shouldn't take this long. Something's wrong. So I'm a little understaffed. Nothing I can't handle. Oh, great. It's reassuring to know that Blake's death is so high on the LAPD's list of priorities. Central's screwing me around again. But it won't work. I might be old, but I'm not getting pushed into a desk job yet. It takes as long as it takes, and that's the end of it. All right, Ms. Rai. I think it's time we move this conversation down to the precinct, don't you? Don't you? I got it, Honor. I found the security tape. Nice of you to join us. Detective Cross! Oh, jeez. I mean, what a pleasant surprise. Maybe I'm getting forgetful in my old age. But didn't I tell you to guard this room? I am guarding the room. I mean, I was. Just had to go and, got to explain how Miss Marple over here managed to get in. You said to make sure nobody got through that door. You didn't say anything about the air vent. So you wandered off and left a murder suspect in the scene of a crime. Alone with all the evidence? Well, when you say it like that. Well, I went to check the CCTV system. Would have been back sooner, but I had to take the darn thing apart to get that tape. To get the tape. Couldn't you just press the eject button? There's an eject button. I shouldn't do this so early in the morning. So what do you say, Detective? Care to see my evidence? You've got 5 minutes. After that, I'm taking you downtown. That's all I need. Scout, can you scan this? I'm scanning a tape. Alright, it's a 5x5. It might as well be a fucking 4x5. It's a 10x9. Might as well just be a 10x9. Five, 6, 7, 8. So no matter what, it's this middle 6. That means this is a 2. This. This is a 2. This is a 2. That means 1, 1, 1, 1. This is a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 10. This is a 10. Means this middle 4 again. And that means that this is the same. That means that this 2 and this 2 that means that's a 4. That's a 4. That means the 8's in the middle. That means VHS tape. It's a face. That is a face. Kind of hungry. I could eat a face. Detective, rank up. New bonus puzzle has been added to Scout's memory bank. Okay, what are we looking at? This is security footage of the parking lot earlier this afternoon. Look, there's Bill. What's that in the background? Looks like they got spray cans. You got a problem with vandals around here, Bill? Them? No, they're just contractors. They're not contractors, they're kids. They got skateboards, for God's sakes. Didn't you say you were looking for kids doing graffiti earlier, Bill? Oh, jeez. As lightning as this is for some of us, I don't see how it proves anything useful. Getting to that, Detective. Bill, can you fast forward to about 4:30 p.m.? See? There, that's it. See? That's me standing by my car. I spoke to Bill, then Scout. Okay, you were in the parking lot, so what? Blake was already dead. He died around 4:30 p.m. The CCTV footage clearly shows that I was in the parking lot. Well, I'll be damned. Not bad for a TV detective, huh? I guess not. Now if I can just get you to Wait a second. How do you know the time of death? But would you let her read the medical report? Oh, jeez. Listen up, everyone. I need to keep you here for a little longer. Please, Detective. I've spent the last 20 minutes trying to get John and Becky to stop arguing. I'd have Moloch sorting out the Middle East. If you need something to keep you occupied, start working on those statements. What about me? Can I help you out in some other way? Scout could. Listen, Nancy Drew. Got lucky with that CCTV. That was all it was. Luck. Now go home and let the professionals handle this. Hey, how come she gets to go home? She could be the murderer. I've seen evidence that proves otherwise. Only thing she's guilty of is being a pain in my ass. You can't keep me locked up in here. What if I'm next? Don't worry, babe. If anyone tries anything, I'll whack him with one of my dumbbells. Why are you carrying dumbbells on you? You brought dumbbells with you on a job? You never know when you're going to have a spare 5 minutes to work up a sweat. Know what I mean? A reclusive nun would get what you mean. And even then, she'd think 5 minutes is pathetic. Get it? Sex. Wait, did I just find Becky funny? Detective, I'm begging you. You've got to let us out of here. I'm going stir crazy. Fine, you can leave the goddamn room. Just stay inside the studio grounds, okay? I mean it, any of you try anything and I'll have you tackled by a patrolman faster than you can say WrestleMania. Quick question, how cute is this theoretical patrolman? How good is his credit? Does he get on well with his mother? As for you, go home. Just for the record, you guys are all crazy. I'm putting that in my report. Praise the goddess, we're fine. We're free-ish. Guess I should go home like you said. Don't feel bad, babe. You've earned it. You said you were going to prove yourself innocent, and you went out and did it. I did, didn't I? My microphone got tilted. So what are you waiting for? You're free to go. I can't do a British accent for the fucking life of me. Uh-oh, I know you've got that look on your face. Don't think you're hired for me, Missy. I know that look. That's the... Oh no, Ms. Riley, I'm not giving in special. It's just I got myself out of trouble. What about you guys? What about Blake? He gave me my big break. I wouldn't even be here without him. He wasn't just my boss, he was my friend. Right up until he fired you. That's just it. It doesn't make sense. All I could think of all this time is how angry I was, but looking back, he was so nervous. You've been playing detective too long, babe. You're starting to sound like one. It's not just me. There's something else going on. I can't just leave. If you want to keep investigating on her, I'm here to help. Scout? Don't you want to go and find a real detective? You may not be a real detective, but maybe that's okay. Maybe what I really need is a partner. I'm good at finding things, but I'm no good with people. But you convinced Bill to help you. You proved your innocence to Detective Cross. I said Cross correctly. I thought I fucking misspoke. I didn't. So maybe I don't need a real detective after all. But together we can solve anything. Because together we can solve anything. If you want to try, that is. Oh yeah, I think I'm getting to like having you around anyway. How about you, Casey? Will you help me look into it? Absolutely. You know I've got your back. But I popped to the loo first. I need to go for hours, but I'm generally scared something's about to burst. Location unlocked. Office. Investigate. Thing. Coffee cup. Puzzle stir. It's gonna be full of piss, isn't it? Alright. Oh, what? 2 first, then 7. That means that this 7 is here. Same with this one. But this 5 can be anywhere. Means this is a 5. This is a 10. That means it goes across like this. Six, so it means it's only possible 2 here. That means those have to be the 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's a 5, and this one's a 5. That can't be the last one of the 6. Means this is it. Two, 3, 4. So 1 here. That means the 1 cannot be there. That means nothing can be here. Alright, it's an 8. That means the middle 4. 6 is the middle 2. Alright, 4 cannot be here, so the 4 is either here or here. That means if the 6 were to exist, means the one would either have to be here or here, so that means this has to be the 6. See, this is a 4, meaning that 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the 1. That is a 1. This is also 1, 2, 3, and 4. Means 8 still is a mystery here, but no, that can't be it. Right, that one has to be it. That means the 4 is here. That means this one has to be a 2. That's like that. Means the 1 has to be here, which means that it's a 2 here. Has to be a 1 here. Means that's the 8. No, that's how that has to be. Coffee. Coffee pot. Get them big points. What's this liquid, Honor? That's coffee. I don't know how I get through the day without it. I see. So it's a kind of fuel like gasoline. Kind of, but it tastes better. Or at least it's supposed to. Stuff from our coffee machine, on the other hand. I'm having difficulty understanding. Is this coffee machine a fuel dispenser? I apologize for asking so many questions. Many of the intratextual connections of my ontological database were lost when I was discarded. You lost me at ontological. Isn't that something to do with insects? I know many things, but the relationships between those things is unclear. I am trying to rebuild them. I don't know if it's fuel or not, Scout, but it's complicated. It's complicated. Not everything can be broken down clear into simple facts like that. I see. You do? No, but my programming tells me that it's a good thing to say when faced with things I don't understand. I see. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I have been Laserptrip, and this has been Murder by Numbers. Thank you. Goodbye.